Hoosier's phases, because instead of losing weight, I tend to gain weight when I get anxious. Welcome to the Savage Nation. Speaking of food, we are reporting right now that Obama's a liar on every level, including the food level, while his wife tries to fake you into believing she actually eats vegetables and fruits. Obama is roaming all over the culinary map this week, according to an AP report. Hot dogs, bison, Wellington, baby back ribs. In fact, the president made a lunchtime detour today to a barbecue and ribs joint in order to show you how honest he is, even with regard to food. There's not a scintilla of reality in what this man does anymore. There's a scintilla of reality in anything that you see on dramas on television, okay? So that brings us to the show itself. That realm that I am going to move into the nonfiction, because if Obama wins again, there's going to be no need for any more nonfiction books. In fact, I have a theory that maybe it's a little paranoid, and I'll admit it, because I so distrust this fraud and the people around him. Look, you got a guy who calls the show just now a racetrack guy. That's as real as it gets. Maybe a surgeon knows reality on a level of reality we could never understand. They see people in ways we never see people, right? A surgeon, an oncologist, a psychiatrist. They see people in ways the rest of us don't see them. So they don't have any chance to have a rose-colored view of reality. I like to believe that I see things as they are. And now, admittedly, I'm a fantasist to a certain extent. I have a great imagination that works for me and against me. However, I can see people as they are, and I'm telling you, this man is an imposter. From my point of view, as flawed as our presidents always are because they're human beings, this man is a pure, unadulterated imposter. Everything that this man does is a fake from top to bottom. He talks about eating clean and vegetable, and he eats hot dogs and bison. The whole thing is a fake. It's a fake from top to bottom. So we know that. And what I fear coming is that if this man should bamboozle America, or if the Democrats are able to outmaneuver the Republicans by stealing the election, either using ACORN or the illegal aliens or triple voting, that kind of thing, or the Republicans continue to run to the center and they're going to lose the base, and God forbid this guy wins again, I don't think there are going to be many publishers who will ever publish a conservative author on a nonfiction basis ever again. I don't believe it'll ever happen, no matter how profitable it may be. Because I'll give you an example without naming names. Most New York publishing houses are owned by foreign firms today, right? Now, do you think a German holding company is going to want any controversy with a petty dictator like Barack Obama if he wins a second term? No. I'll go to the next step. We read today, shockingly, that the Washington Post has done a joint deal with China to put out a puff piece about China in their newspaper, the Washington Post. They're going to publish fake stories about the wonders of China's human rights record, etc., in a section in the Washington Post every day. Now, I can jokingly do a Mark Twain and say to you, I'm surprised it took this long for the owners of the Washington Post to show their true colors, which are red and pink. But it's not a joke. When you are seeing unadulterated ownership of American newspapers by the communist Chinese, and how the Saudis have taken over Fox News, you could see that's why they downplay the threat of Sharia law. That's why they're all downplaying the threat of the Muslim terrorists around the world. You could see what happened with Fox News once the Saudis gained their 18% ownership and started editorial control over them, which is why I am banned from Fox News. Make no mistake about it. I am banned from the UK, and I'm banned from Fox News, and I'm very proud of it, incidentally. It's come to me finally to understand that I'm proud of the fact I tried to warn the Brits to protect themselves from themselves, and they didn't believe me. But take a look at what's happened to England since they banned me. It got much worse. It didn't get much better. In fact, there's one story after another. I don't want to throw it out here in 2 seconds and do a short shrift on it. The main point I'm trying to make is that if Obama, by some fluke or through the lack of intelligence on the part of the guys who run the Republican Party, if this man should be president again, my feeling is, when I say to you I'm not going to write another nonfiction book, there's a couple of reasons for it. One, because I don't want to, but two, because they won't be published. There will be no room for conservative nonfiction if this man should win again. You could see what's happening in television. It's going to happen in publishing. I'll be right back.